The Cincinnati Reds kept their season alive with a win today over the Pittsburgh Pirates 2-1. They're just a half game back of the Mets for the final wild card in the National League. Noelvi Marte robbed Brian Reynolds of a solo home run in the top of the ninth that would have tied it for Pittsburgh. Reds get that 2-1 win. Now, the Diamondbacks started the day like Cincinnati, a game back of the Mets for the final wild card in the National League. However, right now they're losing to the Dodgers 8-0 in the fifth inning. Couple of notes on the LA side of things. With the win, they clinched the NL West, and Shohei Ohtani has home run number 54 on the season. Orioles dropped the Rays today 6-5. The Astros up on the A's 7-0 in the fourth inning. Houston started the day a game back of Detroit for the final wild card in the American League. Friday morning's foursomes matches for the Ryder Cup. The pairings have been announced with Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas taking on John Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton in the first match. Seahawks and Cardinals 8:15 Eastern tonight. I'm Dan Beyer.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
I'll tell you what. We're going to the playoffs, hopefully. I'm excited that Dodgers are crushing the D-backs right now. Playoffs?
How about, what would your dad say? My dad would say, hey, I'm going crazy. You want to come? Oh. Hey,
but hey,
what's cooking? Oh. Covino and Rich, Fox Sports Radio.
Are broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Now, if you miss any of today's show, you'd always catch it. The podcast up and running on the iHeart app. Anywhere you get your pods, just search Covino and Rich. And we're streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/@Covino and Rich FSR. It's wild. We're getting ready for the last, 3-4 games of baseball, Thursday night football. So a pretty cool Thursday.
Pretty cool Thursday. And Thursday's the new Friday, so the weekend begins right now. And it gets even cooler because tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss the show. Tomorrow, we celebrate our 3rd anniversary of PM Drive. We started here about 5 years ago doing weekends and things like that. But it's our 3rd full anniversary, so we celebrate the milestone. We share funny moments, memorable moments from the past few years, and tons of giveaways mañana on the show. And later today, like we always do on Thursdays, old school when 50 hits. We reminisce, we throw it back. We'll talk some NFL, stories where people were written off.
Yeah.
But guess what? Guys like Geno Smith didn't write back.
Are you talking about Indiana Jones?
Yes. So
Daniel Jones?
Other examples of that. We're going to talk old school when 50 hits. So in about 47 minutes every Thursday, we throw it back and we reminisce and we get you involved at 877-99 on Fox. And we're going to talk about, it's kind of rare to strike gold more than once. Some people have done it 3 times, and we'll explain. Like, you hit it big more than once? We'll talk about it here on the show. But I think it's the debate that's sweeping the nation right now, and I just don't get it. Remember in the movie Big? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
What don't you get?
I don't understand how people's hate of the Yankees is really clouding their logic, their common sense. Aaron Judge is your MVP. I don't care how many home runs Cal Raleigh hits. He's having a magical season. I think Cal Raleigh's great for Seattle. Congrats on their victory yesterday. Congrats on his 2 home runs. By the way, Judge also hit 2 home runs yesterday. Are you guys failing to realize that Judge leads the MLB in almost every other category? Guess how many categories Cal Raleigh leads the MLB in? 1 home runs. If that was the be-all, end-all, why didn't Judge win the MVP in 2017 when you gave it to Altuve? That turd. Get out of here.
You keep forgetting there's a whole other side of the game. I don't know, defense, catcher.
Where Judge is also pretty stellar Incubus style.
Hold on, I just saw a
He's stellar in the outfield. You're acting like this guy's some sort of schlub. He made one error last year, and everyone keeps bringing that up. I got so many reasons as to why it's so clearly Judge. I need to understand why you think it's Cal Raleigh, because he hit 60 home runs?
Honestly, you defending Judge, it's like fighting with my wife about something where I know I'm not going to win.
It's ridiculous. It's the debate that's sort of dividing the country right now. And you know what? It's better than late night TV and politics or anything else. So we might as well lean into it.
I'll be honest, this is way more fun to argue about. Judge has played 40% of his games this year at the DH position, which means he has done nothing.
Because he was hurt, and he still dominated. He still led the team.
And when he's in the field, not a Gold Glover. And Cal Raleigh, not only a Gold Glover last year, he was a Platinum Glover, which means the best overall defender. So,
wait, but did you hear what I said before about Judge leading the major leagues in everything? Major leagues.
Oh, major league.
Cal Raleigh leads the AL in RBI, not the major leagues. He leads the major leagues in home runs, and that's it. And you know what? And people kissing his dumper. People kissing his ass.
Well, that's a pretty sweet
dumper. People
dumper.
hate the Yankees so much. You're letting it get in the way of the actual truth, which is Aaron Judge is so exceptional and so great. You should be embracing his greatness, not trying to tear him down just to lift up Cal Raleigh. It's the conversation that just keeps going on and on and on. And again, people just want to ignore the stats and hate on the Yankees. That's really it. And of course, Judge fatigue, which we pointed out throughout the week.
Well, take a deep breath. We're going to get to a bunch today. We got a lot of NFL to talk about. Wild card races are heating up. We got some food in the studio.
Oh, man.
Our buddies from Chili John's, my buddy Mike, the oldest restaurant in Burbank. They got the tap room, wings, chili dogs.
Dude, why do you think Iowa Sam and Danny G are so quiet? They're eating wings over there.
It's true.
Yeah. Welcome, super producer Danny G.
What's up, Danny?
Hey, actually, I saved my plate for after the show.
All right. 877. Yeah, he's taking some for the whole family. 877-99 on Fox. Iowa Samuel on the ones and twos. DJ Sammy Sweetheart. Sam, how good were those? What'd you have, tendies?
I've had a bite of the chili cheese dog. Excellent so far.
Nice.
The tenders are great, and the wings are great.
Thanks
Everything's
again.
great.
Yeah.
Everything's really
Chili
good.
John's. And Dan
Thank you, guys.
Byer is here. You know what, Dan? You've been so kind and polite with your take on Cal Raleigh. We were fighting about it the other day, and I noticed you sort of sat back and let us fight.
Yes.
What are your thoughts,
Your
man?
thoughts, Mr.
Because I
Dan?
do value your thoughts tremendously.
Yeah, it's not that deep. And I'll just say this. I will tend to go to the guy that I don't think will win it again. So if it's close, I'm going with Cal Raleigh. I think Judge has won it. He'll always be in the conversation. Cal Raleigh may, but we don't know. I always side with that. Honestly, guys, I do it with the NBA MVP, which I think that's how they vote, and that may make people frustrated or mad.
But it's not a charity vote. I don't get that.
You know what it's
Yeah,
like?
but-
I'll give you an analogy. You know when you watch a fight, UFC or boxing, you have to judge round by round, and you can't go back and change your round because it's like, oh, well, that's a closer fight than I thought. Maybe I'll go back and give Canelo round 2. That's not how it works. You judge a round and you move on. Because I'll back Covino up on one and only point because I think it's Cal Raleigh that should win. But we can't not give it to Judge because we're tired of him. Like the Joker in the NBA, you can't be like, "Oh, he's already won a bunch.
No,
Let's
but they
not give
did
it to
that.
him."
They
Yeah.
arguably did that to Lamar
That's
Jackson last year when they gave it to Josh Allen. Not that Josh Allen didn't deserve it, just like Cal Raleigh doesn't deserve it. But you could say that maybe, Lamar Jackson won it already, so we'll give it to him. Dude, Judge deserves this. I think that is pretty clear when you see that he leads in almost everything.
But the previous years weren't a bar on what was and what wasn't an MVP caliber season. And I say that because Lamar's season last year, passer-wise, I believe is 4th best in NFL history as a passer. That was last season. So I believe there are only 3 other seasons that were better, a couple by Aaron Rodgers. So it's tough to argue against that if you're for Lamar, but the bar that Josh Allen passed when Lamar won it 2 years ago, that tells me that his campaign was worthy enough at that point to be a most valuable player. And if you see where these teams are, specifically with the Mariners now winning the division, I think that also lends to Raleigh and what he's done. So that's where I go with it. I disagree with Rich. Like, Rich doesn't agree with my thinking, but I do tend to go that way with this award.
Can't take that away from Cal Raleigh, but you can't take that away from Judge either. The Yankees would be doo-doo pie without his leadership, without him putting up the numbers when he was hurt, those 8-10 games, whatever. They were terrible. So he is that difference maker for the Yankees as well. And what do they always say about Cal Raleigh? For a catcher.
Oh, great
blah,
ass.
Blah, 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 for a catcher. Great ass for a catcher. Home runs for a catcher.
Yeah.
Dude, since when, please tell me, baseball fans, do we vote on some sort of curve or give bonus charity sympathy votes because he's a catcher? Since when is that part of the voting?
I don't think it's sympathy. I think what you're saying is Aaron Judge played half the season on the sit on the bench playing DH, and Cal Raleigh is managing a pitching staff. Cal Raleigh has
it was less than half the season.
defensively plays a part. And again, the Yankees are a playoff favorite every year. They make the postseason regardless, it seems, right?
Yeah, but that's why they're holding
Mariners
this against Judge. Judge is a great guy for baseball. Not that Cal Raleigh's not a great story, and it's great to see what he's doing. And I love the fact that he's even making this a debate. And I love to see what he did last night. I thought that was amazing. He hit his 60th. I thought he'd sit on 59. I really did, because I know so much pressure involved with getting that one more. So he continues to impress. I love what he's done for Seattle. I love what he's done for baseball, but to me, it's so clear that it's Judge.
Isn't this, and we don't want to talk politics, but isn't this should the rich pay more taxes sort of argument?
It really is.
Like there's just more of a tax that Aaron Judge has to pay, and he may have surpassed that and may have paid all of those taxes, but there are more benefits to being a Yankee. The fact that if Cal Raleigh hit 48 home runs this year, he's not even coming close to the conversation, which would have been a magnificent season for him. But I think, like, in a way, like, there's a Yankee tax. In a lot of ways, being a Yankee is good. Here's one of the ways where it's held against them.
Now, Spot, you're an expert in movie history.
Correct.
There have been times.
And hot wings. How good were those wings? Spot?
I mean, Chili John's got good
Seriously.
wings.
Go eat the rest.
I also took it, by the way. I took a tender and then I dipped it into the wing stuff that was left in the bowl. Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah.
You know what's up, Dan Byer.
Props again to Chili John's. Thanks for the anniversary food. Appreciate it, fellas. Now, Spot, I want you to give a long answer so I could eat while you answer. But no, in movie history, there have been times where someone wins an Academy Award not for their best movie, but it's almost like
it's a charity award.
It's like not the charity, like, he didn't win for this,
But
so he
whose
won for
expense,
this.
Rich, as someone deserving's expense, and that would be Aaron Judge. And he got robbed in 2017, like I said. I just don't understand. Cal Raleigh, you can't take away from being the home run leader, magical season, MVP of the Mariners, whatever award you want to give him, Slugger Award, Hank Aaron Award, I don't care, whatever. Give him a high five, everybody. Give him a hug, right? Send him an edible arrangement. I don't think he's better than Aaron Judge this year or ever.
Listen to the call last night, though, on Cal Raleigh's 60th home run. I want to hear the TV call because I feel like the excitement was off the charts.
Fly ball to right field, number 60! A catcher has hit 60 home runs. Your MVP moment, Cal Raleigh.
Your MVP moment.
I don't like that they got to throw a catcher in there. A catcher.
Because you understand what a catcher goes through every day?
Catchers are so subpar.
Aaron Judge and his Frankenstein ass is sitting on the bench waiting for his next at-bat while Cal Raleigh is squatting down managing a pitching
staff. For the non-baseball or casual baseball fan, yeah, but he's painting this picture as if, like, Aaron Judge is just the DH. He got injured. He hurt his arm. Therefore, that's why he missed some games
everyone's
in the outfield.
outfield impression of Aaron Judge is running against the wall or dropping a ball in the World Series.
But it's not because he's just the DH, guys. Let's get that clear.
Right, so that we can move on to wild card baseball and other thoughts.
Oh, it's been great though, Rich. It is a fun debate.
Is. It's great, man. I love arguing with you about baseball. It's fun for me.
And I got to say this again. I actually really like Cal Raleigh. I think he's a nice dude. I think he's great for the team. He's fun to watch. He was dominant in the Derby. We were there. It was electric. Not trying to take anything away from the guy, but when you start trying to take something away from Judge just because you like the story, that's going to grind my goat. Yes, I said grind my goat.
Combining two of your favorite phrases.
It gets my goat and it grinds my gears.
So, first of all, we don't take for granted these cool moments. We got to see Aaron Judge and Cal Raleigh both take batting practice up close at the MLB All-Star Game this year. And both of those guys, when you're on the field 5 feet from them, and Covino looked at Altuve next to him, you did.
Next to them.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable that these guys are mammoths, right? My one last question before we get to some NFL and some other baseball stuff. If Cal Raleigh hits 62, and that surpasses or ties Aaron Judge with 62, or God forbid, Covino, he goes on a tear of the final 4 games. If he ties or beats Aaron Judge's AL home run record,
that's tough.
Does he not get the MVP?
In 4 games? Man, I'd have to think about it a little harder. I would, because that's pretty amazing.
I think Aaron Judge should send you an edible arrangement, because last year you were saying that if there were one MVP, it would be Judge instead of Ohtani. Thank God there's 2, And we argued 50-50 season. You're like, who cares? Like, you just love Aaron Judge.
You know what's funny is I don't even love Aaron Judge the way I love like a Derek Jeter or something.
Yeah.
It's just he's so undeniably good that you take it for granted. You know, it's like, and we do that in life, and it's a bad quality trait. Honestly, I feel like it's a bad character trait. Someone's extra kind, and you start just taking that for granted, and you don't realize. It's like your wife,
Truthfully,
Rich.
I
don't think Rich
no,
really
I just think
cherishes
my-
how wonderful his wife is.
My wife is the easiest person to be around.
Because
and
she's
I don't,
the best all the time.
And I don't notice it until I see someone else's, like a buddy's wife, bust their balls, and I'm like, oh, you have to deal with that? Oh.
Right. So it's not like
yeah.
he should get less of a recognition because he consistently does it. You know, you guys are just bored by it. That's on you.
All right.
That's not fair. So your thoughts, continue to bring them, but after last night, we had to talk about it again. It was an incredible night. Here I am, so excited that Judge hit 2 bombs, only to see Cal Raleigh hit his own 2 and get to number 60. It's a great time. We're approaching postseason, go season. Embrace it, enjoy it, and watch the greats do their thing.
So, one more Cal Raleigh thought. Did you see the dude that caught the 60th home run ball, handed it over to a kid? That is my one exception, because we've had this conversation over the years. What do you do if you catch a ball? I always say, if it's a random foul ball or home run, give it to a kid. But you don't give away home run number 60 to a kid, do you?
No, not a chance. That guy's a bigger man than me for sure. And I don't mean height. I mean as a person. No way I'm keeping that ball all day. 60 home runs?
I mean, you give away.
If you're a Mariners fan,
you give away
especially.
Cal Raleigh home run number 60. And that's Raleigh. That's Judge. 2 guys that are tearing it up. Did you see what happened earlier today? I hated this because as a Mets fan, I'm hoping the Reds lose because they're right on the Mets' tail. The Mets have a 1-game lead, and as you know, the Reds have the tiebreaker. Top of the ninth in Cincinnati. Pittsburgh looks like they're about to tie it up with a home run to right field. And Marte jumps over the fence and catches it, and the game is over.
Over the fence?
He swings. High fly right field. Marte all the way back. Leaps at the wall. He caught it! He takes away a game-tying home run!
Unreal.
Biggest play from Marte in the outfield!
But, dude, that's why we come in here so passionate about this, because every little thing matters right now. And that was so cool, man. Such a big moment, such a big play. And it's that time of year again. Last year was so fun with Danny G's Dodgers. Your Mets are still in it. My Yankees, the Mariners. I mean, this is great, man. Great for everybody. Great for sports. Great for baseball. And that play was incredible. But for the record, he didn't jump like over the fence and catch it. He jumped and leaped. And,
No, he jumped over the fence.
No, not over. But yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Well, hey, any feedback? Baseball heating up. Football heading into week 4. 877-99 on Fox.
Just one final thing with this, guys, because I don't care about the Mariners. I don't care about the Yankees, but we don't want a co-MVP, right?
Ooh,
like we don't want a tie.
No, I don't. I'd rather Raleigh win than a co-MVP.
Do you know the co-MVP? Like I don't even think we were born yet. Do you remember? I believe it was Willie Stargell and Keith Hernandez were co-MVPs one year, and I remember thinking, that's not a weak sauce. Can you double check if I'm right? I think it was when Keith was on the Cardinals. I think it was Willie and Keith were co-MVPs, and I'm like, well, that's sort of not awesome. Like, do you want to share an MVP, or is that you look back and say, well, I won the MVP? Or do you always have to say,
I
share
think,
it?
Yeah, no one wants a tie in boxing, sharing awards, none of that stuff. We don't want draws. We don't want ties. We don't want to share MVP awards.
79.
79, the year I was born. Willie Stargell and Keith, best mustache in town, Hernandez, tied it. That's wild.
I think his mullet alone should have put him over the top.
Did anyone here at the network get votes besides Rob Parker? I know Rob Parker, a journalist. Anyone?
Oh, by the way, speaking of, Rob Parker, who dedicates his life to the MLB, right? He's the MLB bro. Says he completely agrees with me.
One vote for Judge.
And by the way, no. Honestly,
1-0.
1-0.
It's not my love of Aaron Judge.
Someone get Jeff Passan on the phone.
There's a part of me that just wants to prepare everybody. I think if they come with any sensible judgment here and leave their hate to the Yankees aside, I really think Judge is going to win this. So I want to put the fire out before it even starts. Like, don't be all sad when your boy Raleigh doesn't win. That's really sort of my side here. I really think Judge is going to win.
What I love about Covino's argument, because it's true and it's not fake, it's not manufactured, is it's not that you're denying Cal Raleigh's having a bad season or not a great season. It's just that everybody else can't see the greatness of Judge. And I think that is an interesting angle that we aren't appreciating truly what Aaron Judge has done, because we all think that it's so close, but in Covino's eyes, it's not even close at all.
Bro, Dan Byer, he has 60 home runs, Cal Raleigh, and Aaron Judge still beats him in slugging percentage.
I know.
And WAR.
Yeah.
And everything else. There's really not more I can say about it. And it's not like he's some guy you root against. He's like such a likable guy for baseball. Honestly, I think it's a little counterproductive for baseball to not give him the award. He's the guy that you want. He's the dude that you want. It's like the Lakers not making the playoffs. Like, you want that. You want Aaron Judge to be that guy.
You says you.
Is Shohei not the guy in the NL? Aaron Judge is that guy for the AL, for the MLB.
But you know what? I do love the analogy that in other areas of your life, it doesn't always need to be a wife or a girlfriend, but you could have a boss. That's a pretty cool boss, and you don't realize, he's an easy guy or easy woman to work for until you then work for a pain in the ass, and you're like, oh, man, that person was pretty awesome. And I know what you're saying. Aaron Judge is so automatic to hit 320, 330, 50 home runs that it's almost like, yeah. Oh, great.
Another 50 home run season, whatever. Which, by the way, is his fourth, and he's an elite company to do that, to have 4 50-plus home run seasons. I think it was Barry Bonds, Sosa, and McGuire, or Babe Ruth, right? Those are the only people.
You know what
if I'm not mistaken.
Let's take these phone calls, and during the break, I'm going to post a video on our Instagram, at Covino Rich. There's a video that I think Covino, how do I say this on Fox Sports Radio? He watches when he's alone. It's a video when we were at the batting cage and Aaron Judge stops his swing, looks back, and waves at Covino.
Well, because I told him that, like, he's opening up too far, and he's like, oh yeah.
So thanks, Covino.
Yeah.
So
I gave him some advice.
I'll post that on our IG story at Covino Rich. So let's go to Ryan in Seattle. Ryan, you're on with CNR. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Just wanted to bring up the historical reference for what Cal Raleigh's doing versus Judge. Yeah. I respect Judge, love the average, the runs, home runs, everything like that, OPS. But Raleigh with the passing Mickey Mantle for the switch hitter and well over it. Also, the catching record, just destroying that. So the historical reference for Raleigh is pretty amazing. I love baseball. I am a Mariners fan. I respect everything what Judge is doing, but I love the historical significance of what Raleigh's doing.
Hey, great call, Ryan.
I
love the fact that we're all this passionate about it and having fun with it.
I was just going to say, I love the fact that while we do talk mostly NFL because NFL is king, I'm such a big baseball fan, so I love when everyone's involved. Let's go to Tripp in Vegas. Hey, Tripp.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
No
I'll give you a few points real quick. You're going to, and Covino, always my boy. So batting average, and then they're pitching to Raleigh. He bats .248. Who leads the entire, not American League, baseball? Judge. And here's another thing that you're going to laugh about. It's like Ray Allen. When you're in Seattle, you're like in witness protection. Nobody knows they're even going to the playoffs. They didn't even know he could play until he got to Boston.
So you're saying people have been trying to pitch around Judge for years now, and they just can't. That's a point, Aaron Judge. Stu in Vegas, wrap this up for now. What's up, Stu?
I agree that I think sometimes you ignore the person. Like LeBron probably lost 4 MVPs. Okay. But I think in this, because of how much the wear and tear of playing a catcher takes on you, I don't think you've ever done it. And I have. And it sucks. So maybe if Aaron was hitting 60 and he had two pound weights on each leg, that would maybe be the overall effect of how worn down you get. There's a reason.
Bro, I get tired when I warm up a kid in Little League when I'm coaching for 5 minutes on my knee. Getting in a crouch position. I'm like, oh.
Most of us who played sports didn't play catcher because we didn't want to. Yeah, that is the truth.
Trust me, as Coach Rich, the #1 coach in the Valley.
Yeah.
To get a kid to want to catch at any young level, you have to be like, come on, kids, who wants to catch?
Well,
it's not easy.
We're going to take the rest of your phone calls. Everybody's talking, especially after that magical night last night. They both hit 2 home runs. They're trying to outdo each other. Baseball's heating up. We still got football to talk about, but I also want to thank you for hanging out with us and Chili John's for bringing food and celebrating our 3-year anniversary with us, and we continue to celebrate that tomorrow right here on Covino and Rich. We'll get to your phone calls next. Next year begins the robot era. Robot era begins.
Happy
That's
birthday,
a strike.
Paulie.
Strike 3.
Is
You're
it,
out.
Wait, is it the robot from Rocky 4? Happy birthday, Paulie.
No, man. It's awesome. MLB is going to implement the automated ball strike challenge system in 2026 after the league's competition committee approved robot umpiring.
Well, let me tell
Human
you.
umpires obviously will
course.
call every pitch, so you're still going to have a human element, so don't be crying about
But
it.
I think
They're
they're
not taking our jobs.
But I think there's some idiots that just read a headline, because I've already seen people saying, like, man, no more umps. It's like, no, buffoons, umps.
Teams can appeal 2 calls per game to ABS.
They didn't take our advice, Rich.
I said,
Strike 3.
make it a third, right? If you
You get the first 2 right, they should have give you a third.
But you know what, Danny G? We saw it executed in the Major League Baseball All-Star Game this year.
Yeah, it worked.
Edwin Diaz was on the hill for the NL. He thought he cut the corner on a third strike. He did a quick tap of the hat within 3 seconds. Boop, boop, boop,
I think
boop,
it takes
strike
up
3.
to 13 seconds is what I heard. But, I mean, it feels very quick. And what is really cool about it is that it's very interactive. During the All-Star experience, we all saw, like, oh, it was a strike. Like, it goes right to the screen. You're there. You get to be part of the process at the game and on TV because you're seeing
bro,
it. And if you could see it, they got to get it right.
There is
plain
a
and simple.
great strategy also involved where do you use these challenges? If it's the first inning and there's 2 outs, no one on, is your guy going to be like, no, tap, tap, tap? Like, you might want to save
It's actually,
these.
the technical term is rap, tap, tappy.
Oh, if you want to do a little rap, tap, tappy, rap, tap, tappy, rap, tap, tappy.
You have to get a little come
on the kick
little
drum.
Come
Little
on the kick drum.
on the kick drum.
And a rap, tap, tappy.
So I think this is great. And
you kidding me? Innovate or die. This is the next step into getting it right and helping the game move along. Some people, like Big Mike,
keeping a human layer to this, right?
Mike is like, forget the human layer. And maybe we're getting to that eventually because I'm a fan of the human layer as well.
You know, Big Mike who runs this
but
place?
Mike was like, yo, man,
Never
speed
heard
it
of
up
him.
all the way.
No, Big Mike actually said, self-checkout everywhere. I want people to lose their jobs, I believe is a Big Mike
The
said.
rules are simple. ABS challenge rules. Each team gets 2 challenges and can keep them if they're successful. Challenges can only be initiated by a pitcher, catcher, or a batter. No belly itchers, Rich. Pitchers,
Okay,
not
pitchers,
belly
okay.
itchers. And the request must come right after the pitch. To signal a challenge, the pitcher or catcher or batter taps his hat or helmet to the umpire. No help from the dugout, which was weird to me because that's obvious, but with all the ways they communicate from dugout to catcher and everything else, there's no way.
If
How are
everyone's
they gonna
saying,
implement that rule?
challenge,
Right.
then you're going to do it.
How are they going to implement that rule?
Dan Byer, I'm not a man that listens to everything Rob Manfred in baseball says, but I really feel like everything from the pitch clock to the bases to the man on second and extra innings, which I thought I wouldn't like, all these things I feel like have been good for baseball. Are you opposed as a traditionalist or no?
No, I'm not opposed. I do think that we are so focused on the robot aspect of it that I think we need to develop like a character, like a cartoon, like a caricature of like a judge who will then hand down the ruling on if it was a ball or strike. Make that guy a character throughout all 30 ballparks.
What if the local mascot appears? Like it could be Mr. Met or Bernie the Brewer or anyone comes out and they come out with like a green or red flag.
I was thinking like Judge Doubleday, you know, that works like with the history, and then it's this animated feature, and then he comes down and he hits his gavel with a ruling, and it's ball, you know, like that. All 30 stadiums, uniform, yes, something like that, like you're out. I think that would be great. Out. We're very focused on the robot, but I think we need to do it like branch out in that way.
Well, so one of the headlines was the robot era begins or something like that. That's what they're calling it. And I just think that it proves that baseball's headed in the right direction. You get a little compromise of human element, but moving toward the future, getting it right is the priority. Anyone that doesn't like it, I think, is sort of off the mark.
I do. I agree with that. I feel like the NBA, the NFL, other organizations have, for the most part, I feel like the only misstep with a rule change, and we all agreed, was, remember the pass interference challenge, and it was just so subjective. And I think we all agreed, like, all right, it was a good idea, but on any given play, you could be like, well, did he tug his jersey like a tad? Like, we figure these things out as a collective, and I think who's going to argue the game sped up, game's exciting, baseball attendance is up, viewership is up.
It's interactive.
They got young star players now. Who's going to oppose 2 times a game for 10 seconds? Yo, it was 2-2, bottom of the 6th. Yo, that was outside. Challenge. No, dude, it caught the corner. Strike 3.
Especially in a big moment, right? You want to get it right.
Yeah, hey, Danny G. Just want to give you a bro hug and a high five and say thank you, Dodgers, for whooping Arizona. 7th inning, 8-0.
Yeah.
And
about to clinch the NL West.
Well, dude, this is a great race.
And about to put my Mets up 1.5 on the Diamondbacks. Now I just got to get rid of the pesky Reds.
These games have been so exciting. And what happened in Seattle last night was amazing. Congrats to them. Congrats to Raleigh. Yankees clinched this week, and it's been a fun one. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Covino and Rich, Fox Sports Radio.
I really do hope that, we love football as much as everyone, and we're going to get to NFL, but I just hope that people share in our baseball love and excitement, especially during this time of year, because even if you're a casual baseball fan, when there's 4 games left and, like, multiple divisions and wild cards aren't set yet.
Dude, it's so close.
It feels like postseason baseball.
Yes.
I was watching on MLB this morning. I'm watching the Reds-Pirates game in September. Like, what am I doing?
Baseball fans know that every at-bat, every hit, every pitch, every error, everything matters this time of year.
Last
night.
We're
not even at the postseason yet. It's the closest we've seen it in years. And I do want to say this, too, because I'm the one campaigning for Judge right now.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing the impact Cal Raleigh has had on baseball fans all over the world in this year. And what he's done for baseball is incredible. I think he's incredibly likable, and how he's brought this team there. Like, I can't say enough about the dude. I just don't think he's the MVP. It's as simple as that. But I think he's incredibly great, and that goes without saying. But, what he's done for the sport, I could do nothing but tip my Aaron Judge Yankee hat and say great job. So it's not from a hateful place. I think he's fantastic. Again, Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. Remember, the LG X-Boom Grab is the portable speaker that powers your hustle. From morning coffee runs to midnight rooftop hangs, enjoy vibrant sound with up to 20 hours of playback, and now save 25% at LG.com. LG, life's
Boom,
good.
life's good.
Really good.
Did you know what that's from, by the way? Anyone in the room? Quick quiz. When Covino goes,
Life's good.
Life's good. Real good.
Come on. Everybody knows that's Nacho Libre.
I thought he was doing like an LG tagline. He goes, dude, that's Nacho Libre.
Life's good.
Oh, I thought you were doing Ernest Goes to Camp.
Really good.
Real good.
Fall 25 is the code. Bring the boom. X boom.
Life's good. LG.com. And as we wrap up the baseball talk, I am guilty of something I make fun of Covino for, so I'll raise my hand and say, we went out for a nice dinner with a friend that was in town last night, and I had the Dodgers-Diamondbacks game on my phone, and I felt bad having it on, but again, like I said, it's the excitement. There's 3-4 games
I don't
left.
blame you, man. Yeah, this is great. It's great stuff. And that's why we love sports. Takes your mind off the nonsense. Isn't it much more fun to debate Raleigh and Judge than some of the other things you're hearing in the news?
Yeah, it's true.
It's way fun, and that's why we love it. And thank you guys. Now, in about 15 minutes, we do old school and 50 hits. We throw it back, and we're going to talk about people striking gold. I don't mean
gold, baby, gold.
I don't mean Rich's 49ers. I'm talking about you found success more than once.
In your industry, in multiple industries.
Right, we'll explain.
Yeah. Let's say hi to David in Kentucky. What's up, David?
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I have it's not really about the MVP debate, but I do want to mention this. In 22, when Judge was chasing Maris to break his record after 61 years, it was the most talked about thing. You know, we're going crazy about it. They're stopping games showing this. This guy in Seattle is getting ready to beat his record, you know, in the non-steroid era. And, you know, I hear comments, man, he just hit 60 home runs. So what? I mean, Babe Ruth has only hit 60 home runs.
That's incredible. I mean, think about that. Babe Ruth. And you know what? Aaron Judge's record is what, 62?
62, yeah.
This guy's 2 away from tying Judge's.
In 4 games.
Hey, listen, baseball's been around since I think life was in black and white, right?
Since life was in black and white, yeah.
And, you know, the home run record in the American League, 62, done by your dude, Aaron Judge, and it was the biggest deal in the world. Cal Raleigh hits 3 over the next 4 games.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to root against the guy, but I don't want to see him pass Judge. Yeah.
I get it. Thank you, David. Let's go to Nate in New York State. What's up, Nate the Great?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
So, 2 quick things. So, Judge has been intentionally walked about 33, 34 times this year.
And that's why his on-base percentage is even higher than Raleigh.
Well, that's also why you got to figure he's getting walked in high-leverage situations where there's guys on base. That's going to level out the RBIs right there. Homers, you never know at that. But also, if the Yankees win the AL East, does that not put him at top?
That's a great question, right?
Like if the Dodgers, if the Blue Jays hang on and the Yankees are a wild card, I think that's a little strike against. Somehow, if the Yankees battle back since Judge's been healthy again, it might give the Yankees a little boost.
That's a great thought there. If the Yankees, who are tied right now, they're tied now with the Blue Jays. Let's say they win the AL East. That's bragging rights for Judge. Let's say they win and Raleigh doesn't get 63. If Raleigh gets 63 and the Yankees don't win, like how do you balance that out mentally?
I made the boxing analogy before.
Yeah.
Dare I say this weekend series coming up, the final 3 games, would you compare it to the championship rounds of boxing where if the Yankees fail and are the wild card, or if Judge hits like 3 bombs and the Yankees end up in first place, or what if the Mariners, you know, stumble to the playoffs and Raleigh has a bad weekend? Does it matter? Are you looking at it like the championship rounds?
Well, remember, postseason shouldn't count in
It doesn't.
MVP. So I won't count that. But what happens in the next 4 games might play a big factor.
And by the way,
how close everything
is
this year.
Those videos of Raleigh and Judge, I will post in a couple minutes after DB's update. I forgot to because I was eating wings. All right. I'm just being honest.
Hey, we're celebrating 3 years. And remember, the party continues tomorrow. So join us.
Let's take one more right now. Talk to a Reds fan. Vegas. Pete, what's up, man?
My guys, how are we?
What's up, buddy? Yo, you and I are enemies for the next couple days, but your Reds saved that game today, huh, Marte?
Oh, you know what, man? It's the strangest thing with those guys. They will beat the good teams only to get smacked around by, like, Pittsburgh and the A's a couple of weeks ago.
Well, I mean, dare I say, Pete, I was talking to some of my Met fan buddies, and I'm like, Reds, Diamondbacks, Mets, we can't expect any of these teams. They're all on pace for, like, 83, 84 wins. So, like, when my buddy's like, oh, the Reds are going to sweep whoever, I'm like, the Reds ain't sweeping anyone. The Mets aren't sweeping anyone. These teams are average. We're just hoping to make, magic in the playoffs. Like, the teams that are fighting for these final wild cards, you can't say you're great if you're an 84-win team. Right? What's up, Pete?
Real quick on the MVP, guys. Everybody's saying, oh, it's a regular season, blah, 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 blah. We get it. Can you name one person right now that should be considered an MVP that's not in the playoff contention? I mean, come on, guys. I mean, think about it. Of course you're going to give the MVP to the best player or the team, right?
Yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense because the guys that are front runners have put their teams in a position to be in the playoffs, i.e. World Series, i.e. MVP. I mean, God, guys, it's not rocket science.
There you go.
That's true. It helps.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Skeens is going to probably be your Cy Young, and he's on a weak-ass team.
His ERA is under 2 to finish the season. Let's go to DB for an update. Dan Byer, what's up, man?
Hey, DB.
Guys, the Dodgers with a win today can clinch the NL West, and they're on their way up 8-0 on the Diamondbacks. Shohei Ohtani, home run number 54 for Rich's sake. Arizona started the day, came back at the Mets for the final wild card in the NL, and right now on the track to fall a game and a half back entering tonight. The Reds are a half game back, as you mentioned, surviving that game against the Pirates today. Cincinnati gets the win 2-1 as Noelvi Marte robbed Brian Reynolds of a game-tying home run with 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. The Astros right now are a game back of the Tigers for the final wild card in the AL. Right now, the Astros are on top of the A's 9-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning in Sacramento. Ryder Cup gets underway tomorrow morning. The foursomes pairings have been announced at 7:10 Eastern. Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas team up for the USA against John Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton on Team Europe. Another match to watch in the morning, Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood will pair up for Team Europe against Colin Morikawa and Harris English. In the NFL, Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin missed his second straight practice today, as did Commanders running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. Jaden Daniels was limited for the Commanders as the quarterback tries to return from his knee injury. Jets head coach Aaron Glenn said that quarterback Justin Fields would start Monday against the Dolphins if he clears concussion protocol. Fields practiced today but is yet to clear protocol. Panthers wide receiver Ted McMillan returned to practice after sitting out yesterday with a calf injury. Seahawks and Cardinals tonight, 8:15 Eastern time. Seahawks running back Zach Charbonnet expected to play despite being questionable with a foot injury. And some Niners news. Head coach Kyle Shanahan said on KMBR earlier today that Brock Purdy looked really good in practice yesterday.
Good.
Was limited. But he had some bad news for those looking for a return from Brandon Ayuk. Says the knee injury that he suffered last year was more than just a torn ACL. So Ayuk isn't close to returning anytime soon, as he's going to need more time to rehab from the serious injury that he suffered a year ago.
The anytime soon is so vague. I'm like, anytime soon, were there people hoping for a couple weeks? Are we looking at like week 8 or 10, or is it even further?
Yeah, I thought after week 6. I thought like after their bye that maybe that was a possibility.
So maybe more like 8 to 10?
It did not sound like that. I don't want to guess. But that's what he said.
All right. Thank you, Dan Byer.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
You know, we're talking about all this MVP stuff and some wild card baseball. Let's take one quick phone call from Dan in Michigan to wrap this. What's up, Dan? You're on CNR.
Hey, guys. Just chiming in on that catch earlier. Noelvi Marte is a career infielder, and he's had a couple of rough moments in the outfield this year. So I don't know if it makes it that much more impressive. I know these guys are pros, and when people switch positions, we think, they're pros. They can handle it. But pretty remarkable when you consider he's spent most of his time at, like, third base.
Yeah, you go to right field and you make the game-saving catch. Props to Marte.
Hell yeah.
And, Danny, as long as Ohtani is pitching and hitting, could he catch Barry Bonds at one point? Because this would be number 4 this year. Bonds has 7.
Long way to go.
But I mean, I feel like unless someone has a remarkable Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh type of effort, I feel like Ohtani is like your every year MVP, barring injury, no? Seems like it. All right, we got more Covino Rich. We'll go old school and 50 hits, and we turn the page to NFL next hour right here on Covino Rich.
Micah Parsons in the news because, well, he's heading back to Dallas.
Now, this is wild. Just as the schedule gods have probably high-fived each other, Sunday Night Football, Week 4 of the NFL, takes us to Dallas, Texas for Packers, Cowboys, and, of course, Sunday night primetime game of the week, the most viewed game on the NFL schedule every week. Sunday night is where it's at. 2 turntables and a microphone, and Sunday Night Football, where it's at. And there's talk of, should Micah Parsons get a video tribute in Dallas? And Jerry Jones has already said, like, not going to happen. Not today. No, this will not go down.
It's a lot of extra work for the media guy, too. For 4 seasons with the Cowboys, does it matter how the time was spent? Like, he was a dominant force with the Cowboys. Fans loved him. Are you doing it for the fans? You know, there's so many ways to look at this.
Let me explain. I'll give you a great...
Remember how he badmouthed Jerry Jones? That's a big part of it.
A great analogy. When you date someone,
okay,
when enough time passes, you could look back and be like, you know what? We just weren't meant for each other. She's a great woman. I think I'm a pretty good guy. We were just not meant to be married. It is what it is. But you know what? We have great memories.
Married.
Good times. Fantastic. Or when a player leaves a team via a trade or, hey, listen, we're rebuilding. We got to unload our stars in free agency or the trade deadline. Recently, the Mets, what was the big rah-rah 2024 Mets thing? Remember, oh, my God, Julio Iglesias. It's Jose Iglesias.
I was going to say Julio.
I love to say Julio. Jose Iglesias. With, oh, my God, that whole rage. He came back to Citi Field. He was only in the Mets for a year, but his vibe was awesome. He didn't burn the Mets, so they did a little, oh, my God, hey, thanks for last year, thumbs up, little montage on the screen.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong. He brought a lot. He had a nice run. He was a fan favorite. I think that matters. How did you exit matters.
It all matters.
I think it matters. Did you start your career there? Like, are you a lifelong kind of guy? I think that helps in the argument. Like, the Glaber of love. Glaber Torres just came back to Yankee Stadium as a Tiger, and he got his ovation and everything else. Again, a guy that started his early rookie career with the farm system and the New York Yankees.
Who recently came back to the Dodgers, and they threw a Dodgers hat on him and started hugging him? World Series champion last year.
But we are a little
I know
montage. But a guy that won with the team?
I know I'm putting you on the spot, Danny, but it was
Those things matter too.
Someone that got their ring. Could he be on the Reds, maybe? Someone came back to Dodger Stadium, and they threw
Bueller, maybe?
No. They threw a hat on him. And
Jock Peterson?
No, it wasn't Jock.
No, it was to give him his World Series ring.
I would have noticed that tub of goo.
Gavin Lux.
Yeah, it was Gavin Lux.
Yeah,
Gavin Lux came back. They threw a Dodgers hat on him for like 20 seconds. He reluctantly was like, fans were... No one wanted to see Gavin Lux
go. But that's
go.
another reason to celebrate. He had a championship run. He was part of that team. All these things are factors, but does everyone get a montage?
Dude,
I feel we're montage crazy.
Enough time had passed where the Mets felt it was okay to give Jacob deGrom a little video montage a couple weeks ago. But
you see this in the NBA all the time.
Bro, you do, but let me tell you, what do they say? The paint hasn't dried? What is the saying? The blood has whatever it is.
The ink, something about the ink.
The ink, fool me once. Jerry Jones, we're talking like weeks ago, this guy told Jerry Jones to kiss his ass essentially and force this, and Jerry Jones is not pleased with Michael Parsons, as he liked to call him. So if you think Jerry Jones should give this guy a tribute, he should tell Micah Parsons to I can't even say what I think.
Micah should tell him that too. He didn't want to work with Micah's agent.
Go kick rocks. Go pound sand.
Go kick rocks.
They're both in. They both have fault in this.
But you think
I agree? It's one of those too soon sort of things.
Like if this happened a year from now, without a doubt. But it would be like your girlfriend dumped you for the mailman. And then your bro hugging the mailman, like, hey, man, all good.
I almost feel, though, like, Rich, in sports, this has become, as soon as they come back for the first time, we acknowledge them. A year out, it's too far removed.
This is too much too soon. And also, what did you win over the last couple of years?
And by the way, is 4 years, like, worthy? I get he's a star player.
No, they drafted him.
But to me, that's like, I feel like you got to have a standard, or else, again, are you giving the media guy a bonus?
4 years.
Because I think like it has to be you won with the team, or there's a 5 year. I think there's like, hey, did he play more than 5 years? Did he win?
Hey, play along at home and hit us up on Instagram at Covino Rich. I tagged Fox Sports Radio. Who is your MVP? I posted videos of us watching the Big Dumper and Aaron Judge taking BP at the All-Star game this year. Pretty cool moment.
At Covino and Rich?
Yeah, at Covino and Rich right now.
And can I just say one last thing? When I'm saying Aaron Judge is leading, I don't mean leading and beating Cal Raleigh in all these categories, in OPS, slugging, on-base percentage, WAR, hits. He leads all of baseball.
Baseball.
Thank you. Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and it's time for our Tire Rack Play of the Day. Speaking of the guy, your MVP, all rise for Homer 50.
Swing on, hit the center field, hit well. It's slicing, it's carrying, giddy up, and gone into the bullpen. A 3-run homer, Aaron Judge, number 50. And that's the 4th time he's hit 50 or more home runs in a season. All right.
That's another 50 home run year.
You know, and people feel that way about Ohtani. 54, props to him.
Remind me how many Cal Raleigh got last night?
60.
Oh, just checking.
That's courtesy of Yankees Radio Network, and that was our Tire Rack Play of the Day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Shipped fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. Tire Rack. Tire Rack. TireRack.com, where tire buying should be. And would you look at the time? Let's go.
There's a certain... Yeah! What we gonna do right here is go back. Back into time.
Throwing it back for a Thursday. Old school when 50 hits. At 50 after, CNR give you the time capsule topic, and we reminisce together.
Yeah! Okay, here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation and... No, here's the situation, guys. Old school when 50 hits is our way of throwing it back and reminiscing on a Thursday, but getting you involved. Like we always do, the most inclusive show on radio. On National Daughters Day, by the way, as girl dads, we say shout out to all the dads out there and all the daughters. Covino and Rich, 877-99 on Fox. I'm quoting Will Smith when I say, okay, here's the situation. It's Will Smith's birthday. And that's why I don't like the guy, to be honest, and I'll explain. But he's 57 today. Yeah. And regardless of how I feel about him and the slap heard around the world and Chris Rock and all that, he's done something pretty remarkable that not a lot of people can claim they've done. I'm singing Parents Just Don't Understand. That was my first introduction to Will Smith.
I thought you were going to say, in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Because even before the show, he was making rap songs and winning Grammy Awards for rap.
He's the DJ, I'm the rapper.
Yeah, he was making music. So he made it in music. He made it on TV. And guess what? He made it in the movies. That's a triple threat. He struck gold 3 times. He's an elite category. An elite category of 3 times. Props to Will Smith, regardless of my personal feelings.
Now, when you think about Will Smith,
not the Dodger.
You think of guys like Jamie Foxx that could sing and dance and act and, sing and rap and everything. There's people that have had success in multiple arenas. So here's where we go with this on Old School and 50 Hits. Who are those triple threats? Who are those people that, as we're calling it, struck gold more than 2 times? It's a tough category because there's so many people that you can be like, well, they did this and that.
One comes to mind right away. And that's, absolutely, Sly Stallone, absolutely. Because think about it. He has 3 franchises, more than 3 franchises. Yeah. Rocky movies, The Expendables, Rambo. You know what I mean? Like, that's incredible in itself. Sylvester Stallone's in that category. So you found success more than once, more than twice. Who comes to mind?
It's a great question.
It could be in sports. He went from player to broadcaster to blank, entrepreneur. Whatever comes to mind, you got to hit us up now at 877-99 on Fox. Let's give some props and wish Will Smith a happy birthday.
There you go. I got lots of answers. Let's hear yours next.
studies show our grandparents have the most influence on us. So we know their story, and they sort of instilled that work ethic to us. But the newer generation, I'm not saying they got it wrong, but they think different. And we're seeing it in two related stories, and both of those stories are from superstar athletes, Luka and Puka.
Luka and Puka.
Lakers' Luka Doncic is not eyeing a LeBron-length career. He's very interested in ownership moving forward. Like, this is just a means to an end, just his pathway to something bigger. Yeah, I'm sure he loves basketball, but it's not the be-all, end-all. He wants to be a businessman. This is just part of the journey. Like, we always say it, I forget who originated it, but we always say, because when these dudes retire, athletes retire, they're an old man on the court, but a young man in life.
I think that's a Derek Jeter thing, because I remember when Jeter retired, it was like, man, old-ass Derek Jeter. It's like, old-ass Derek Jeter's like 40.
Old on the field, young man in life. So it's like, well, Luka's making all this money, but what's he going to do after that? Well, he doesn't have his eyes set on playing forever like LeBron did.
Interesting.
Rich, I was just going to say, in the article, he says that he looks up to LeBron as a role model for building a successful business portfolio, and he wants to learn more about that from LeBron.
And good for him, man, but disappointing for us, right? Because you want to see the journey as a fan.
But you also talk about, you and Danny G both watch that Shaq documentary on Netflix where Shaq is involved in a million businesses.
That's right, Reebok.
Now, Puka, let's shift to Puka. LA Rams, Puka Nacua, said he wants to retire from the NFL around 30 years old. Similar to Aaron Donald Nacua, who was 23 at the time when he said this, said he wants to have a big family. And we talked about this with Puka at the Super Bowl on Radio Row, saying how long-term effects of football injuries, wanting to have a big family, wanting to venture into other things play a factor. And to go back to the
you know what plays the biggest factor? You said Shaq. Shaq played a long career, long enough that he played for every color of the rainbow. He did. That's the funny meme, right? He played for every color of the rainbow. He played a long time. So he retired. Then he got into all the business stuff and the Papa John's and the insurance and the Icy Hot and Reebok and everything else.
I get you.
Fat Burger, whatever he owns. He owns everything. What this is when you overpay athletes, they don't need to play anymore. And you could say that's good or bad, depending on how you look at it. I think we as fans get chipped, and that's just selfish on our part. Good for them on wanting to make moves. But you're cutting their career short. Their priority's not, creating that legacy, breaking records. It's like getting out because they don't need to play. They've already got their bank.
Generationally, there's two layers here. Let me break it down. Generationally, you talked about our grandparents.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are a little more than an inning away from clinching the NL West. Shohei Ohtani, home run number 54 on the season. Dodgers leading the Diamondbacks 8-0 in the bottom of the eighth inning in Arizona. The loss could be very damaging for the Snakes. They're currently a game back of the Mets for the final wild card in the National League. The Reds right now are a half game back entering play tonight after Cincinnati topped the Pirates today 2-1, while the Astros are routing the A's 10-1 in the seventh. That would pull Houston to within a half game of Detroit for the final wild card in the American League. Ryder Cup gets underway tomorrow at 7:10 Eastern Time as Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas are the first of four American pairings to go out in the foursomes matches. They'll face John Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton. Later on in the morning, it's Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood for Europe against Colin Morikawa and Harris English. Jaden Daniels limited in practice today for the Commanders, while Jets quarterback Justin Fields practiced, but he has yet to clear concussion protocol. I'm Dan Beyer.
Yeah, that's us. The greatest of all time.
Oh, yes.
Says me. Covino and Rich, broadcasting live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. And this isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of the legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
I will always remember you telling me that when you worked at K-Rock in New York, you got your family Globetrotters tickets, and they talked about it for years.
For years.
Steven, it was so great.
Let's rock out. Let's enjoy this Thursday. And speaking of the Globetrotters, hey, before there was the Savannah Bananas, they were the Globetrotters, so enjoy that. And if you ever
respect the OGs.
Exactly. If you ever wanted to try an Olympic and Paralympic sport, try fencing. It's fast, safe, and easy to start. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. Iowa Sam is the fencer of the group. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing. And before we get to your phone calls, Iowa Sam off the air was telling me something really funny and relatable. He goes,
by the way, when he taught us that he was a fencer, you know how like shows will do like 2 truths and a lie. What a great one. If Sam's ever at like a dinner party, like, all right, someone's not telling the truth. He was a fencer? That's wild. I love it, Sam.
Thank you. I couldn't fence at this moment because I just wolfed down a chili cheese dog from your buddy's place.
Oh, you know what? Instead of me repeating it, Iowa Sam, tell Rich what you told me.
Okay, the entire first hour, all I was thinking about was getting to break so that I could eat the chili cheese dog. I wasn't listening to anything you were saying. I was like, go to break. Why is it going so long? All I want is my 4-minute increment where I could go eat cheese dog.
And by the way, it smells like chili and onions in here right now.
I wolfed down a bunch of chili.
Well, remember, we're celebrating this week.
Any other day.
Tomorrow is our big 3-year anniversary. We're going to have tons of fun tomorrow. Danny G's preparing all sorts of giveaways and moments, but I know the feeling of you just want to dive into whatever it is that's sitting there the whole time.
I can't eat something like that. I can't hit the board, period, but something like that, you definitely no-go.
Oh, I feel that way all the time.
I have to thank the guys from Chili John's because they're not only for their delicious food and the magnificent wings, but because of the great aroma of the food, it overshadowed Big Mike microwaving shrimp about 3 hours ago. It stunk up the entire kitchen area in a hallway.
That's great.
So thank goodness that they came today.
That's so funny.
That's
but I
funny.
know that feeling that Sam describes where you're just like, all day you're just waiting to dive into whatever it is that you brought to work with you.
Shrimp is on the list of.
Bro, yeah, someone's got to
don't
tell Big
bring
Mike.
to work for a commonplace microwave.
He admitted he was in the wrong.
After he did it.
Yes, after he was eating a shrimp.
I could see why this would be offensive to others.
I'll tell you something else. While Sam was distracted, because Sam's usually like right on point with the applause at the start of the show, right at the start. And there was this little bit of pause, and I don't know if he was licking his fingers or if he was downing it.
He's staring at the hot
something. But you know, Sam, am I right?
Hands.
Am I right?
No, it's because I got a little, it's a little greasy, so I was trying to clean not get it all over the board. So I was a little delayed
busy
there.
sniffing it.
So sniffing it.
Well, guys, it's Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're all excited about baseball. We're gonna talk NFL. But we always reminisce on Thursdays. Old school when 50 hits, and it's Will Smith's birthday. Now, why don't I like Will Smith? I don't like what he did to Chris Rock. I just never really liked him.
Everyone's over it but you.
Nah, man, I hated that. Like, you don't even know. Like, I thought that was such a bully moment. Like, get yourself together. Everything about that bothered me. I'm a Chris Rock fan.
Then you see the way Jada Pinkett Smith emasculates him at times. I feel like he just has a lot of pent-up something. I don't know.
But, hey, I wish him a happy birthday because the guy's been a major part of our lives, whether you like him or not, for how many years now? Bro, you knew that dude in the late 80s.
Independence Day, Fresh Prince, and getting jiggy with it alone will make up for the slap, if you ask me.
So, hey, he's 57 today, but regardless of my personal feelings, you can't take away his success and the fact that the guy did it in music, TV, and movies. So,
Triple
who
threat.
else struck gold more than once? If you could think of people that struck gold 3 times, even better, 877-99 on Fox. I'm going to give you one more, Rich, before we... You know what? I don't want to take anyone's answer. So let's go to the phones first. Let's go to the phones first. 877-99 on Fox. People who either did what Will Smith has done, which is not a lot of them, or struck gold more than once. What do you got?
Let's say hi to Josh in Ohio. Hey, Josh.
What's up, Kings of Nostalgia?
What up?
What up?
I actually have 2 triple threats. One is legit, and one is kind of an honorable mention. First one was a champion amateur wrestling, professional wrestling, and UFC. my man Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
That's
great answer.
awesome.
Great answer. The guy did it on an entertainment level, an actual level, and a collegiate level, right? I mean, look at it that way.
That's
Olympic
a cool
level.
answer for sure. And recent photos, I'm sure you saw him if you're a fan. Like, he's still in great shape. He looks older, but he's like incredibly fit still.
He just beat Sid Cena.
Yep.
And Josh, who was your yes? As kids,
Honorable mention.
by the way, kids cried when he was whooping John Cena's ass. You saw that?
Yeah.
Honorable mention, college basketball, professional wrestling, and the Oscar-worthy film Knucklehead, Paul White, The Big Show.
The Big Show. He's giving some love to the Big Show.
That's awesome.
You can do it. I'll accept it.
Do you remember what Big Show said to me when we interviewed him?
The Big Show told Covino, "Get over here." My goodness, look at those little Burger King hands you have.
He goes, "You got little hamburger hands." I was like, "What?" He's like, "You ever see that Burger King commercial?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
And then the rest of the day, Covino's like, "Are my hands that small?"
But he's a monster. Like, yo, he is a monster.
The Big Show.
All right, thanks for the call, man. 877-99 on Fox. Who do we got?
Can I
David?
give one? I don't want to steal an answer, but
okay.
You know what? Let's hand the conch over to David in Chicago. What's up, Dave?
What up, Dave?
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're good, man. What's your answer? Who's Will Smith level threat?
Well, I like the way you guys mix it up, not just sports, and you said, entrepreneurs possibly.
Yeah.
And this guy is part of your promo for your show on Fox Sports Radio, and he says, I don't know if they know what the F they're doing, but he was a construction mogul, a billionaire in New York, the TV hit show The Apprentice. He married a supermodel, and he's been president twice.
You can't take away Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Listen, love him or hate him, Trump is in this conversation.
And he's a movie star, Home Alone 2.
Yeah, they lost in New York. So
wait, who said recently that he was an incredible actor? They didn't care for his politics, but he was
probably
an incredible actor. No,
I'm an incredible
actor.
actor.
It's true.
I said
it's
it.
True. No, someone said recently that worked with him, like, who was it? That he's really good at what he does.
Macaulay Culkin, because he was 12?
Well, that's a great answer, whether you like him or not. I agree with you. Thanks.
He just can't say Tua's name. That'll always get hung up on.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Dave in Chicago. Dave, Will Smith, happy birthday. Who's a triple threat, Will Smith style? Dave.
That was Dave.
Oh, that was Dave. I'm sorry. Minnesota T is there. What's up, Minnesota T?
Hey, man, this is my first time doing this, man. I'll be hearing y'all all the time heading home from work.
Thank you, man.
I have two, but the first person I was going to say that probably people are not going to say is Ice Cube, because he produced movies and he made good hits, and also, classic. He screen wrote movies as well.
Yeah, and Big Three.
Oh, yeah,
and then
Big Three.
And then Big Three,
Yeah,
businessman.
I think that's a great answer, dude. I would have forgot that one. That's
T,
a good one.
That's fantastic. What's your other one?
And then I had honorable mention. I mean, he didn't have a long time to live, but he was on a high road to go somewhere, and I would say Tupac Shakur.
Great answer.
Yeah.
I mean, Tupac, who knows what he would have done,
Rapper,
right? I mean,
actor, and you're saying the third would have been up.
Dude, he was a great actor.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of, it was Woody Allen who just last month came out and said that Donald Trump was a very good actor. He said he didn't agree with his politics. He said, but when he directed him in the 1998 film Celebrity, like he was like a natural at it. So that's who I was thinking of. Whether you like him or not.
Love him or hate him, even when he's on a microphone, he's like funny, intentionally or not. All right, I got one that I want to throw out there because the lines are lit. Because I think this guy's not only a triple threat, I think he might be like quadruple, quintuple threat. A guy that even does trivia on our show here on Fox Sports Radio. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I got him written down too.
Basketball star, great broadcaster, entrepreneur, rapper. And who knows what else this guy could do? An actor.
Story of my life, buddy. Forget Shazam.
Businessman. Honestly, it goes on and on.
Kazam or Shazam?
No, Shazam's a made-up movie.
Roughly 50 restaurant locations, 40 fitness centers, 150 car washes, formerly owned 155 Five Guy locations.
Damn.
He owns Papa John's, Auntie Anne's, Krispy Kremes, movie theaters, nightclubs. Like, the dude's got his hand in
hanging out with
everything.
Sophia Rain.
Yeah, he's really an incredible guy that I think we don't.
By the way, that's 750 guys. I did the math. If He has 155 guys.
You would be interested in that.
No, I think it's a guy that we do take for granted. Like he's an exceptional.
Nah, he's
Is
great.
that a record?
Dude. And you know who I'm going to put in that category?
No.
Not for Rich.
Not even close.
Oh, boy.
I think Tom Brady's in that category, too. Football.
Yeah, especially now.
Announcer, flag football player, with his $75 million contract.
TB12
no,
stuff,
but TB12, all his fitness stuff.
Yeah.
A guy we saw pivot, and we saw his whole career go from football to announcer to partial owner.
Yeah.
You know, that's incredible. Tom Brady's definitely in that category.
That's a good one. I have one. I don't think any caller's going to say it. Fans are a little turned off right now because when he's doing concerts, he's making the crowd sing most of his words. But Justin Timberlake, obviously big hit boy band, huge solo career, and then acting, Alpha Dog. I love that movie.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah, and then even in business, like his fashion brand and record label.
He bought MySpace at one point, too.
He did, yeah.
I tried to revamp it.
But yeah, he's a business guy. On
Timberlake's a good answer. I'll give one TV example, and then we'll go back to your phone calls. I'll give props to an actress who struck gold 3 times. It's hard to be on multiple hit shows. We always give Ed O'Neill credit because Modern Family and Married with Children are equally legendary shows. Like Jay Pritchett and Al Bundy, like that's 2.
Katie Seagal did that too, though.
Katie Seagal.
Is that who you were going to say?
Is someone that has done Sons of Anarchy, Futurama,
Married with
Children, and there's others too.
That's pretty
But
incredible.
I was going to say Katie Seagal, and there's another woman that deserves props, and that's
What did I call her last year though? Katie Segal or something? Remember, I couldn't get her last name down.
You know what? You were embarrassingly
Katie Sagal.
You said Katie
Eat
Sagal.
Eat your chili dogs in.
It's done. It's gone. I'm eating the salad now.
Who are you thinking of, Rich?
Chili dog.
I always say her name wrong because you and I confuse it. Elaine from Seinfeld.
Julia Richard Dreyfuss.
No. Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Yeah, you want to say Richard Dreyfuss. Julia Richard Dreyfuss.
Richard Dreyfuss was in Jaws.
Yeah, she had Seinfeld.
Julia Louis
The
Dreyfus.
Old Adventures of
New
New
Christine.
Christine.
And then Veep.
Yeah, that's...
And, I just think that's...
When you
those
think
are
about
3
how hard
shows.
it is to make one hit, right? Even to get the opportunity. Let's say you get an opportunity. Then it's got to hit. So for her to have 3, that's incredible.
There's a handful of people that are, as I call them, double doozies. Just the other day was the anniversary. I call it Neil Patrick Harris Day. Would you believe Doogie Howser and How I Met Your Mother both came out on the same day? That must be the best day of this dude's life.
And he did movies, and he was in Dexter recently.
He was in Dexter. He does the Broadway stuff. So maybe Neil Patrick Harris could be in this category.
He's
right?
a triple threat talent for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right, let's go to Eric in Iowa. You're on with Covino and Rich. Who's just talented all across the board in honor of Will Smith, 57 today? What's up, man?
Well, I would go with the guy who hit the jackpot the hardest, and that would be O.J. Simpson.
Dude, football player, actor,
Endorsements.
murderer.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Serial killer. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, before all the, before things went bad for Orenthal James, he was a spokesman, actor, football player, TV star, yeah. So
not just for Hertz, but also for chicken out here in Los Angeles.
I mean, OJ was as they pointed out in all these documentaries, because there's a million of them, and I've watched them all. Back then, he was the most trusted African-American man, even among racist people that are like, yeah, but I like OJ.
Yeah, everybody loved
He
OJ.
crossed over to every demo, even, like I said, even racist, terrible people liked OJ. And then he goes and does that. All right. Let's go to Mike in Illinois. Mike, you're on with Covino and Rich. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. I love
thank you.
listening to you every day.
Appreciate you, man. What's up?
One of these days, I'm going to win a Sliggy or a ball or something. But anyways, for now, I just want to throw out the name Joe Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs, very involved in the racing industry,
Successful,
correct?
yeah.
And, of course, Super Bowl winning champion multiple times.
I got one that no one's going to say.
Oh.
In honor of Will Smith, triple threat. Eddie Murphy, hear me out. Comedian.
Yep.
TV, SNL.
Yep.
Movie star.
Yeah.
And
a hit single.
My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Come on, man. Rick James produced that. So Eddie Murphy definitely, you know what? Because before Jamie Foxx made that legitimate where you could be actor but make legitimate songs, Eddie Murphy was trying. He could have done more legitimate music because he could actually sing. But I guess, he was so wound up in the movie world that he probably didn't have time for all that.
I got one that, you're going to say, yo, for real? But it's true. She is a reality star. She has product lines. She is an heiress. She has made hit singles in pop radio.
Oh, I know.
And she had an adult film tape that people watched in the 2000s. Paris Hilton.
She's done a lot.
And you know what?
Were her songs really hits?
She had one big hit. Stars Are Blind. That was a big. That was a hit
in the pop world.
But
yeah.
you know what's
Yeah.
you know what's funny, guys? I don't know if you
They
know
play
this.
anything.
You know how there's certain artists that don't translate here, but are big overseas. You know, Paris Hilton is still huge in Asia.
And Hasselhoff is huge in Germany.
Like, a great example.
By the way, he might be in this conversation. Knight Rider, Baywatch. He's in a bunch of movies,
Oh, what about
but he's
say-
a huge musician in Germany.
Jump in my car.
That's a big
I
song.
want to take you home.
Hasselhoff he's on the borderline of it. Hey, dude, he hit it big.
Jump in my car.
He hit it big with Knight Rider and Baywatch. Those are two
He also
internationally big shows.
He played at the fall of the Berlin Wall.
He actually did.
He's also quite the devourer of cheeseburgers.
Drunk
that's my favorite clip.
I think Hasselhoff.
He did go viral with that.
I think he's doing better now.
Yeah.
Drunk on the floor eating a cheeseburger
In front of his
2000s.
daughter, yeah.
He was in the movie
Videotaping,
Click.
That's true.
I saw Hasselhoff at the Chili's up the street in Encino, and this is when I first moved out here. And he was with his daughters, and he was so good with them that no matter what he ever does, like he was just being like a dad, like the embarrassing dad to the teenage
that's cool.
daughters.
That's cool to hear.
Yeah, so no matter what he does, I'll always think back to that point. So that hamburger video, yeah,
And that was
maybe
like-
not the best,
Like
but
he kind of got sabotaged there.
I mean, who
Yeah,
hasn't
sure.
eaten a hamburger drunk? Come on.
But I think you're
On the floor?
downplaying how big.
A Wendy's burger?
I think you're downplaying how big Baywatch was, though.
Did you ever see Iowa Sam eat a chili dog?
Yeah. So who am I to talk? Who
There's
am I
a
to
video.
talk? I love David Hasselhoff.
Oh, if I could have filmed that.
You know, Covino and I.
It was disgusting.
Covino
I was
and
out of sight in the corner.
Did a History Channel special with Hasselhoff, the best TV and movie cars. If you look online, you can find.
I could post it. You want me to? I'll post it
Yeah, sure.
at Covino and Rich so you can see it. It's actually a lot of fun.
Where do we go next, Danny G?
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Hello, Chris. How are you, man?
Doing well.
What's up? What's your answer?
I got three, really. I had Arnold Palmer, Roger Staubach, and Junior Bridgman.
You know, you're making me think some other ways, too, which is kind of cool. It is Fox Sports Radio. When you say triple threats because of everything that Will Smith brought to the table in entertainment, you know I love the answer of Dave Winfield being drafted not only by the Padres, but in NBA and in the NFL. Like,
Yeah.
that's a triple threat right there, man.
Arnold Palmer would be for his playing ability as a golfer, for his business acumen, and then just for the
Just have a drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for the drink.
Yeah.
Did he
Yes.
actually make the beverage, or did someone be like he got served it and he was like, I like this, and then they turned it into something? Either way, it spawned from him.
Yeah, I thought it was
Sam,
his.
clean your greasy fingers off and go Google that.
Actually,
But you know why? You know why this is a tough conversation, guys? It's tougher than we think because back in the day, if you remember, if you were a TV star, good luck being a movie star. So when guys like Michael J. Fox or Will Smith did that, it was few and far between. Because if you were viewed as a TV star, you really had a tough time making it in the movies. So hitting it big in entertainment, three different ways like that, the way Will Smith did, that's rare company. Very rare company. Oh, by the way, Dodgers. Oh,
yeah.
boy.
They're taking
There they
a
go.
team photo
Team photo
on
as
the
they clinch.
Diamondbacks field.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I had to look this up. Do you remember the joke? And we also Happy Gilmore 2 by now? Happy Gilmore
Yes.
2. The joke was they go up to Jack Nicklaus and they go, Arnold Palmer? And he goes, no, Jack Nicklaus, but thanks for like he made some dumb
By the
joke.
way, Arnold Palmer would ask for that drink, and so it just became related to his name.
Dude, that's awesome.
For guys like Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson, because they were both successful in college, would that count? College, pro, NFL, and baseball?
No, I think like Dion, I think is an answer against football, baseball, and now coaching. You're right. I mean, Bo Jackson
And he does a lot of
archery.
TV stuff.
Archery. Have you seen Bo Jackson do archery?
Bo Jackson in video games?
I'm really giving to the people who are three areas that are different. Like playing and coaching sometimes
Yeah, I
is
agree.
together and like those sort of things. Like if you're just a great athlete like Bo Jackson is, maybe you got 2 out of the 3 just right out of the gate because of how great you are. But Like someone like I thought Shaq was just a great answer, and Ice Cube was a great answer as well. Because
how about Forrest Gump? He was a track star, football star, and he was
Inventor.
and Bubba Gump.
Bubba
Yeah,
Gump.
he had a lot of.
great point.
You know, I mean,
You know,
Runner.
my brother just
He's
found
a
out
track
that
star.
wasn't a true story, so I wanted to make that clear.
you know,
Football star too.
Yeah.
Track star, runner.
Yeah.
oh, he was, helped that young black woman into the school, so he was a, what would you
Right,
say,
pioneer.
like a pioneer.
Oh, inventor
All-American.
too. He came up with that bumper sticker. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Let me give you one. If you can
It
think of-
happens.
let me give you a third layer. You're so dumb.
Big Mike would love Forrest Gump's shrimp Bubba Gump shrimp business. He'd heat it up in the microwave.
That's a great answer.
Guys, I love Bubba Gump shrimp, especially here. If you can think of a third for this guy, it goes along with what Dan Byer was saying. One of Covino's favorite Yankees of all time, Bernie Williams, is a really great musician.
Oh, yeah.
Really
If
great.
there was a
Carnegie
third,
Hall, man.
If there was he's playing at Carnegie
Yeah.
Hall. So if you could think of if Bernie did something else, you'd say.
I mean, he was an actor. He was on Seinfeld.
Yeah, but you know what? Bernie he was an elite baseball player. It doesn't get enough credit, in my opinion. And he's an elite guitar player. It's not like he dabbles. You know, he elite.
Yeah.
And you know who else is good like that? You could say Jared Leto. I know he rubs people the wrong way, pun intended. But Jared Leto, TV star, movie star, musician, rock star.
He's 30 Seconds to 30 Seconds to Mars, right?
Yeah. So if you want to add to the list, it's Elite Company. We're celebrating Will Smith's 57th birthday, music, movies, and TV. You could chime in at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio, and we'll get to the rest of your phone calls next. We got more Covino and Rich. But we start off with baseball.
Yeah, you know, it was a thought I had yesterday because my Mets have so under-delivered this year. They really have. But, you know, big win today against the Padres, so you got to give them a thumbs up for that. But when you look at the Mets lineup, they should not be a team that's going to win 80 games and sneaks into the playoffs. The Mets should be a team that wins 100 games because I even asked you, who does not like the Mets? You're a Yankees guy. I said, who are the top three guys on every team? And is anyone compared to what the Mets are bringing?
And the answer is yes.
You think so?
And we're calling this who's the best big three in the MLB.
Yeah, move over, Ice Cube. This is our baseball big three.
That's right. But this is the potential playoff edition, and we're going to break it down. The Mets have 105 total home runs of the big three.
Yeah.
Dodgers, 91. Yankees, 110. But they also have Stanton.
Yeah.
Phillies, 96. Padres, 55. Seattle has 113, more than all with their big three combined. That's not even counting Polanco with his 24.
Again, but when you start adding the fourth guys,
It's
John
the
Carlos,
Mariners.
the Nimos, the Castellanos, if you start adding those fourth guys, you realize why these are the playoff teams. And I think, unfortunately for me as a Mets fan, you're realizing, like, why are they not better? Because all the other teams we're talking about are playoff locks. And the Mets are still fucking fighting for a wild card, which shows you the Mets this year, fun fact, it's not that fun, have used more pitchers this year than any team in Major League Baseball history. Do you hear that? In
history. I'll give you the top three, though. It's Seattle, Yankees, Mets.
No, it's Dodgers. I mean, I think you take out the Yankees there because,
dude, are you not hearing the math?
Freddie, Mookie, and Ohtani coming
Really?
to the postseason.
Grisham has 33 home runs. Mookie has 19. But get off
In the
that.
postseason,
It's 2025.
Okay.
It's 2025. Belly has 29 home runs.
Grisham was a fucking platoon player last year.
Bellinger's gonna end up with 10 more home runs than Freddie Freeman. He's at over 100 RBI.
All right, well, hey,
it's a new year, new season.
It's a new world.
But
it's a new love.
You got to give your props to Seattle, and it really goes to show you how much pitching matters.
Because if they had sweet pitching,
again,
sweet.
We're talking the bats, the big three and the bats. The pitching's going to matter here. They all these teams are stacked.
And let me tell you, as we stand right now, as we do this pod, Seattle is a half a game behind Houston. So right now, Seattle's a wild card, much like the Mets. If they had better pitching, and who knows, the postseason, everything could change. But enjoy, get ready for baseball. It's going to be awesome.
Well, how do you see it when it comes to Big Three in the MLB potential playoff edition? Let us know.
Can I just vent about fundamental baseball for, you could even set a 1 minute timer.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
Same.
Sam, you could set a 1 minute. I really just want to vent about
Is this
one
like regular minutes or Uber minutes?
All right, I have a timer ready. Should I do it?
Hit a 1 minute timer. All right, so the Mets are losing 3-0 on Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They tie the game up in the ninth.
Mm-hmm.
1 out. Okay, Nimmo strikes out. Can't put the ball in play. If he
Nimmo ain't himmo.
Yo, you put the ball in play, Mets win on a sac fly.
Okay.
Strikes out. Can't put the ball in play. Bottom of the 10th, runner on second. They get the free runner start. Hit batter. Francisco Alvarez doesn't bunt them over to second and third when the game is tied 3-3 because, quote, he's not a good bunter.
Get out of my face with that.
I can't comprehend how in big league baseball a guy can't, quote, be a good bunter. So he grounds into a double play. The game goes into the 11th. Mets lose. And now they are tied with the Reds. They're losing the tiebreaker, if that would be the case. So the reality is, right now, the Mets are not your third wild card. If Cincinnati and the Mets play each other equally for the final 6, Mets are out. And I hate every single thing about it. The end.
All right.
Yeah! Oh, you made it.
Danny G would know because he built his radio career in the world of hip-hop. But I'm pretty certain Will Smith won the first Grammy Award in rap,
He
right?
sure did, yeah.
Oh, I thought Danny built his radio career like Light FM. Danny G with more Celine Dion.
We used to play this song right here, Brand New Funk, at the roller skating rink in Rialto, California when we were little kids, and it thumped the speakers in there. Everybody lost their minds when we played this.
Danny G, you used to go to the roller skating rink to try to pick up girls when you were like a teenager?
I used to DJ the roller skating rink.
That was like the first time I held a girl's hand and skated was a couple skate to Boys to Men in the early 90s. And I remember that's when I knew that I was going to be a C block the rest of my life, because one time I had to skate with some girl that had just got over chicken pox, and let's just say she wasn't very attractive, just to be a good wingman. And I'm like, I'm not doing that again. And since then, I've done nothing to help friends. All right. Hey,
I love that story. Covino and Rich, Fox
what are you
Sports
posting
Radio.
there?
I just found that video of us with David Hasselhoff on the History Channel.
Yep.
Because we're talking double, triple threats in tribute to Will Smith's 57th birthday. We said, is Hasselhoff in that category? Because he struck gold with The Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Struck gold with Baywatch. And he's a big-time musician overseas. He's done a lot, so is he in that category? Right now is Covino and Rich live from the Fox Sports Radio studio. The LG X Boom Grab is the portable speaker that powers your hustle from morning coffee runs to midnight rooftop hangs. Enjoy vibrant sound with up to 20 hours of playback, and now save 25% at LG.com. LG, life's good, really good. Remember, you need code FALL25 to bring the boom, the X Boom.
And for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Tire Rack. Free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, all with our great friends at TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. All right, we got loaded lines, but I don't want to neglect the YouTube in-show. So let me say what's up to Kay Rain, who said, maybe not the most superstar career, but Nate Burleson on TV and other stuff he does in broadcasting is on his way to being a triple threat.
He's got those weird mutton chops, though, now.
I like Nate. Nate's a good dude. What about Donald Glover, Covino?
Oh, yeah.
Childish Gambino, TV, comedy, and music.
Yeah, he's been on our show.
That's, man, a lot of feedback.
He's a man of many talents, for sure. And he's a writer.
When I tell you we have so much feedback online.
I got one for you.
Elliot says, Arnold, bodybuilder, movie star, politician.
He's probably one of the top answers, and it took this long to even get there.
Bob Uecker, that's from our buddy Mauser in Cincinnati. Broadcaster, baseball player, and actor.
Yeah, he was great in Mr. Belvedere. He was funny as hell.
Jamie Foxx, you guys mentioned. Ryan Reynolds is an actor, a sports team owner, and an entrepreneur.
Got to give him credit.
I'm surprised you guys haven't, and I'm sorry, I know we have a ton of calls. You guys haven't brought up any EGOT winners. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony winners. I'm looking at a list. Jennifer Hudson, John Legend, Whoopi Goldberg, Elton John, Viola Davis.
I was saying, if you were on Jennifer Hudson's show, would you dance down that hallway?
Of course I would. I will dance for free right now.
Let me tell you, there's
anyone's better than Simon Cowell.
There's speculation that something's wrong with Simon Cowell because he had such an awkward dance down that aisle.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I just think
he clapped his hands.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I think he's got no rhythm.
By the way, props to Iowa Sam for showing restraint, because I know he was sitting on that one for a while.
I was just thinking. I was still digesting my chili cheese dog.
He still Iowa Sam'd it by giving us 7 EGOT winners, but still, he waited a while to do it.
Yeah.
So,
that's
I get
Emmy,
it.
Grammy, Oscar, Tony
That's
Award.
a quadruple threat.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
That's really impressive.
So we're going to wrap it up and talk some NFL, but we're going to wrap it now with your phone calls, all right?
Crossfire.
Let's do some crossfire. Danny G's on the phones, 877-99 on Fox. Who else do we got?
Let's say hi to TK in Ohio. What's up, TK?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up?
Yeah, so my triple threat, I got George Foreman. Boxer, entrepreneur, and great at naming his kids.
and great child
Baby
namer.
maker, yeah.
Andy in Mississippi. What's up, Andy?
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing?
We're good, man. What's on your mind?
How about the brothers Wahlberg, Donnie and Mark?
Bro, actors, performers, singers, musicians, hamburger makers.
Cheeseburger restaurant guys.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block.
I enjoy some Wahlburgers. Paul in Michigan, what's up?
Hey, guys. Congratulations on the anniversary. Great to be with you.
Oh, thanks, man.
I've got really 3 and 4 if you've got time.
Yeah, ramble them off, man.
I'm going to say Ellen DeGeneres,
That's
J-Lo,
Yep.
John Madden, and your very own Dan Patrick, who will remind you how many movies he's been in.
He's been in a lot.
I'm so jealous of his Sandler resume.
And
I admire.
Didn't he play college basketball too? DP at a lower level, maybe.
Yeah. I don't think that's what makes him the threat, though, that we were talking about. But
I'm
yes,
just saying,
yeah,
he was
the
an
man.
athlete.
Yeah. Gabe in Vegas. What's up, Gabriel?
Hey, I got 2. One is Orlando Bloom, The guy was in Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Kingdom of Heaven, all within like 2 years.
That is true. And have you ever seen his hog shadow?
Okay. You have to look up these old pictures of him on
He's
a
on
surfboard.
he's paddleboarding with Katy Perry, and there's a shadow of him naked, and it's like, Jesus Louise.
But you know what? Hold on.
I need some shade. I'm going to go jump.
That's a great point, Rich, but he brings up a great point in the fact that he's part of some major franchises.
That's true.
That's not easy to be a part of. That's great.
And we got Gabe, one more.
Okay, one more. It's Brett Favre. He's Hall of Fame quarterback. He's going to send dirty pictures to ladies, and he's going to steal from the welfare system in Mississippi.
He struck out. Yeah, I mean, he made headlines in three different ways.
2 out of 3 ways to make him a piece of trash. All right, Roscoe in Florida. What's up, Roscoe? Wrap this.
How you doing, guys? I listen to you every day.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Hey, you got to mention Queen Latifah.
Oh, Queen Latifah's a great answer.
Yep.
I'm a fan.
TV, movies, and of course started as a rap star.
She's my queen.
Rap star, and she could sing too, though. So you're just all around musician. So yeah, that's a great answer. Thank you for chiming in. You could always
And producer.
Yeah, and producer. You could always chime in at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio. Remember, every Thursday we love getting you involved. We love throwing it back and reminiscing. And we call it Old School in 50 Hits. Now, we're going to talk some NFL. There's some great NFL stories, and Daniel Jones has to be one of them. Indiana Jones.
Hold on.
By the way, Harrison Ford's an answer.
I got to give Wes in Idaho credit, who just hit us up. He goes, Rich Davis, sports radio, pop radio, has done TV, true, and coaching.
Oh, I was like, well, what about me?
I mean, come
right.
on.
The coaching did put you over the level, for sure.
Come on now.
But, dude, we're going to talk Indiana Jones in the form of Daniel Jones, but Harrison Ford has to be there because he's been part of so many different movie franchises.
Yeah.
And now TV.
What about this?
Now TV, yeah.
Someone saying Steve Covino, Little League star.
Oh, yeah.
National radio announcer.
Yeah, that's right.
And Aaron Judge lobbyist.
That's funny.
No?
All right.
I mean, these are great.
Appreciate your answers. We got to get to Dan Byer with your update. What's up, DB?
Yeah, guys, the Dodgers have done it again.
2-1 pitch. Swung on a ground ball to third. Rojas backhands, throws to first. He got it. Divisional dominance for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
The 2025 Dodgers are the National League's Western Division champions. For the 12th time in 13 years, the Dodgers can raise a banner, and they've now won the division title 4 straight seasons.
Topping the Diamondbacks 8-0 on AM 570, LA Sports and the Dodgers Audio Network. Dodgers with a win today, but maybe more importantly for Rich Davis, a loss by the Diamondbacks.
Yes,
They're now
sir.
a game and a half back of the Mets for the final wild card. But the Mets aren't breathing easy. That's because the Reds did this today to the Pirates.
He swings. High fly, right field. Marte all the way back. Leaps at the wall. He caught it! He takes away a game-tying home run!
Wow.
The biggest play from Marte in the outfield!
Noelvi Marte, the hero in the top of the ninth inning, preserving that 2-1 lead. Reds top the Pirates 2-1. FanDuel Sports Network with the call there. So the Reds get the win. Now a half game back of Rich's Mets for the NL wild card. In Sacramento, the A's and Astros are wrapping things up. Bottom of the ninth inning, Houston's up 11-4 with 2 outs. Now there's runners on, there's nobody out, but there's 2 runners on. If the Astros can close this out, they'd move within a half game of the Tigers for the final wild card in the National League. Tigers and Guardians about to get underway in their crucial matchup tonight in Cleveland. Couple of other NFL notes, guys. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels limited in practice with a knee injury. No practice for wide receiver Terry McLaurin or running back Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in D.C. Jets quarterback Justin Fields practiced today but has yet to clear concussion protocol. He'll start Monday night against the Dolphins if he does clear protocol. That was the message from Aaron Glenn, the Jets head coach. Titans quarterback Cam Ward listed as a full participant in practice after being limited yesterday. And the Friday morning foursomes matches at the Ryder Cup have been set. The action tomorrow gets underway at 7:10 Eastern time. Here's what we've got in the morning session. Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas go up against John Rahm and Tyrrell Hatton. Then Team Europe puts out Ludwig Oberg and Matt Fitzpatrick against Scotty Scheffler and Russell Henley. Colin Morikawa and Harris English team up against Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood. The final pairings of the morning, Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay take on Robert McIntyre and Victor Hovland. Guys, back to you.
Hey, thank you, Dan.
Hey, DB, 2 quick baseball notes, and then we'll come back and talk a little NFL, maybe a little more baseball. Isn't it crazy to think Danny G just whispered in my ear how many He whispered sweet nothings in my ear. How many times?
Well, first we were making fun of Kershaw's
his man boobs.
You mean Clayshaw?
Clayshaw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he looks like us with our shirts off.
Let me tell you, though, I know it doesn't get old and you don't take it for granted, but that guy has been able to celebrate a pennant, a wild card, or something so many times in his career. Some people maybe get that feeling once, maybe not even. And he, year after year, and it probably means a little more to him now because it's the end. But Clayton Kershaw, a guy that's been able to pop champagne probably more than most ever, right?
And I think it's totally valid that they're celebrating. Remember we debated
should
the Yankees be celebrating?
Celebrate.
The Dodgers had such a crazy up and down season too. I actually enjoy seeing them celebrate.
They almost blew that game again last night.
Dude,
so they could have fell on their face, and the Padres could have easily won the division at the end of the season.
I was at dinner and then home, and I'm watching on my phone. I'm like, come on, Dodgers, help me out. And one other thought, Dan Byer, your Milwaukee Brewers, who have the best record in baseball, we don't feel like there's any feeling that they take it easy over the weekend because teams with a bye don't want to get cold, right? Because you got to sit through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday wild card because the Brewers play the Reds, and I need the Brewers to beat up on the Reds for the Mets' sake.
Yeah, I think what helps is it's a division rival.
And
But
they're not going to want to
they're not-
hand it to the Reds.
Yeah, they're not going to. I don't think they're also going to just sit down by any means, but I don't know if they'll exert anything.
But I'd imagine, even if it's 5-inning tune-up starts, you're not going to have your starters that you're going to go with in the divisional round sit for 2 weeks.
No, they wouldn't play until next, a week from Saturday.
A week from Saturday. So I feel like because of that, the Brewers hopefully whoop the Reds' ass this weekend. Sorry, Cincinnati. All right, we got more Covino and Rich next right here, Fox Sports Radio. Thanks for hanging.
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
Micah Parsons in the news because, he's heading back to Dallas.
Now, this is wild. Just as the schedule gods have probably high-fived each other, Sunday Night Football, Week 4 of the NFL, takes us to Dallas, Texas for Packers, Cowboys, and, of course, Sunday night primetime game of the week, the most viewed game on the NFL schedule every week. Sunday night is where it's at. 2 turntables and a microphone, and Sunday Night Football, where it's at. And there's talk of, should Micah Parsons get a video tribute in Dallas? And Jerry Jones has already said, not going to happen. Not today. No, this will not go down.
It's a lot of extra work for the media guy, too. For 4 seasons with the Cowboys, does it matter how the time was spent? He was a dominant force with the Cowboys. Fans loved him. Are you doing it for the fans? There's so many ways to look at this.
Let me explain. I'll give you a great...
Remember how he badmouthed Jerry Jones?
Let me give you
that's a big part of it.
A great analogy. When you date someone, when enough time passes, you could look back and be like, you know what? We just weren't meant for each other. She's a great woman. I think I'm a pretty good guy. We were just not meant to be married. It is what it is. But you know what? We have great memories.
Married.
Good times. Fantastic. Or when a player leaves a team via a trade or, hey, listen, we're rebuilding. We got to unload our stars in free agency or the trade deadline. Recently, the Mets, what was the big rah-rah 2024 Mets thing? Remember, oh, my God, Julio Iglesias. It's Jose Iglesias.
I was going to say Julio.
I love to say Julio. Jose Iglesias with, oh, my God, that whole rage. He came back to Citi Field. He was only in the Mets for a year, but his vibe was awesome. He didn't burn the Mets, so they did a little, oh, my God, hey, thanks for last year, thumbs up, little montage on the screen.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong. He brought a lot. He had a nice run. He was a fan favorite. I think that matters. How did you exit matters.
It all matters.
I think it matters. Did you start your career there? Like, are you a lifelong kind of guy? I think that helps in the argument. Like, the Glaber of love. Glaber Torres just came back to Yankee Stadium as a Tiger, and he got his ovation and everything else. Again, a guy that started his early rookie career with the farm system and the New York Yankees.
Who recently came back to the Dodgers, and they threw a Dodgers hat on him and started hugging him? World Series champion last year.
But we are a little
I know
montage. But a guy that won with the team?
I know I'm putting you on the spot, Danny, but it was
Those things matter too.
Someone that got their ring. Could he be on the Reds, maybe? Someone came back to Dodger Stadium, and they threw a
Bueller, maybe?
No. They threw a hat on him. And
Jock Peterson?
No, it wasn't Jock.
No, it was to give him his World Series ring.
I would have noticed that tub of goo.
Gavin Lux.
Yeah, it was Gavin Lux.
Yeah,
Gavin Lux came back. They threw a Dodgers hat on him for like 20 seconds. He reluctantly was like, fans were... No one wanted to see Gavin Lux
go. But that's
go.
another reason to celebrate. He had a championship run. He was part of that team. You know, all these things are factors, but does everyone get a montage?
Dude,
I feel we're montage crazy.
Enough time
had
had passed where the Mets felt it was okay to give Jacob deGrom a little video montage a couple weeks ago. But
you see this in the NBA all the time.
Bro, you do, but let me tell you, what do they say? The paint hasn't dried? What is the saying? The blood has, whatever it is.
The ink, something about the
ink. The ink, fool me once. Jerry Jones, we're talking like weeks ago, this guy told Jerry Jones to kiss his ass, essentially, and force this, and Jerry Jones is not pleased with Michael Parsons, as he liked to call him. So if you think Jerry Jones should give this guy a tribute, he should tell Micah Parsons to, I can't even say what I think.
Micah should tell him that too. He didn't want to work with Micah's agent.
Go kick rocks. Go pound
sand. Go kick rocks.
They're both in. They both have fault in this.
But you think
I agree. It's one of those too soon sort of
like
things.
If this happened a year from now, without a doubt. But it would be like your girlfriend dumped you for the mailman. And then your bro hugging the mailman, like, hey, man, all good.
I almost feel, though, like, Rich, in sports, this has become, as soon as they come back for the first time, we acknowledge them. A year out, it's too far removed.
This
is too much too soon. And also, what did you win over the last couple of years?
And by the way, it's 4 years, like, worthy. I get he's a star player.
No, they drafted him.
But to me, that's like, I feel like you got to have a standard, or else, again, are you giving Don't hassle the Hoff. And by the way, I posted that clip of us with the Hoff. The Hoff was listening to our show, and you can see it was on the History Channel a few years back.
It's funny.
At Covino and Rich on our IG story. And since I have your attention, a few reminders. We're going to be celebrating 3 years tomorrow with some fun clips.
Is that how you get people's attention? Just play Hasselhoff?
Yeah. And,
now that I have your attention.
Overpromise. Since we had so much fun today, I could tell you what's going to be on our bonus show, which airs live in 10 minutes. We're going to talk about the times you were done dirty in photos. Photos that haunted you.
It's a great conversation because there's one in the NBA right now in the offseason where, let's just say it's a dude in a weight room and the picture makes him look like a weak ass.
And things in life that just don't mean as much as they used to.
Yeah.
All right? Plus, Rich's picks, all on Overpromised, right here on our YouTube page, Covino and Rich FSR.
I feel like I got good picks again. We've been winning this year. Sadly, I've been so distracted by baseball pennant races and chases and wild cards. I've been like wagering less, which is probably not a bad thing. But I've been winning, and I'm not betting enough. I'm
winning. So join us on Overpromised right after this show on our YouTube page and wherever you stream your podcast. Overpromised, episode 110 with Covino and Rich. Right now, we're live from the Fox Sports Radio studio, and if you ever wanted to try an Olympic and Paralympic sport, got to try fencing. It's fast, safe, and easy to start. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing. And business fluctuations make running and manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Pros provide the workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com. Find a location near you. That's expresspros.com. I saw that my mom hit me up, Rich. Steven, how could you leave Cher off the list?
I mean, actress, musician, but what's the third?
She did variety shows. She did TV, movies, little everything.
She drove Bill Murray insane.
Yeah.
Every morning.
She's got to be the number one answer, Steven. So, anyway, thank you guys.
Moms love Cher.
Yeah, moms and dads love Cher.
Dads love Cher.
Dads love Cher. All right, so, man, we might have to continue this tomorrow or on Overpromised, but I was thinking about this because I was talking about Daniel Jones and, man, how he got second life in Indiana. He's now Indiana Jones. You call him Dr. Jones, lady.
Nice try, Lyle Shea.
But he's really reinvented himself and found new life. His stats are comparable to Josh Allen. That's no joke or exaggeration. That's how good he's playing this year.
I would
and
say
he joins this company of people that were written off and sort of found their way again.
I think a great answer. There's two, but I think one's a better answer.
All right. Well, I got the names. You tell me who the best. Who's
right,
the best answer? Because Daniel Jones is the latest in the club, right?
All right. This is the club of people we wrote off. And
I would
are
say
back.
Geno Smith comes to mind because he was one of the first in recent history, right?
Yeah, people called him a bust.
And people called him a bust. And that famous line that he patented, like, "Hey, you were written off." He's like, "Yeah, but I didn't write back," or whatever he said.
I think Geno is. I don't know what that means either, but Geno is the answer because remember he broke his jaw, got in a fight in the Jets locker room. He had all this hope. We were living in New York. This is like a decade plus ago. So Geno Smith was like a big story.
Seattle,
and the fact
now
that
the Raiders.
the fact that he has since emerged, signed the contract that he did. Geno Smith is the number one answer. And if there's going to be someone else you're going to give me, and I'm going to give you a funny response.
Baker Mayfield's on that list.
He is not a redemption story. He is guilty of only one thing, being a Cleveland Brown.
Dude, I know that's a funny meme and all, but he got dished around.
But I know, but Baker Mayfield.
Remember, he was there with Darnold. Darnold's on that list, too. He was in Carolina.
He brought
Rams for a second.
He brought Cleveland to the postseason.
Yeah, but he was tossed around like a nobody from nowhere.
I think what ruined him more,
you
actually, was Carolina.
You thought he was heading down the Johnny Manziel path of Browns quarterbacks. Yeah. Everyone was criticizing him for worrying about his commercials and dancing around all the time. I think Mayfield's on this list.
If he has some success, and we'll see him tonight, Sam Darnold.
Again, him and Mayfield were in Carolina together.
Yeah.
So he was one of those guys who reinvented himself in Minnesota. Now he's still playing well. Jared Goff's on that list of guys that were kind of written off.
Yeah.
You know, they dissed him, and then he found his way back in Detroit.
After a Super Bowl.
Dude, L.A. was his to have, and they went on without him, and now he's found his career again in Detroit. And now Daniel Jones, he's in that category. And we'll see what the rest of the season has in store for the guy. But it is nice to see. I'm not a Daniel Jones fan, but I know the pressure he played under in New York.
Let me give you the pick for tonight, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
The game's in Arizona. Seattle's favored by 1.5. We're doing our typical Thursday night teaser. I like Arizona plus 7.5. Not necessarily to win the game, but that half a point hook may help you. So Arizona plus 7.5. It's 43.5 over under. Go under 49.5. So go up and then take the under. So under 49.5 plus 7.5. See you later. Arrivederci, baby.
See you in the overpromised land.
Let's go, Mets. Let's go, Mets.